Hey everyone, this is the Trader Investor. How did the market end today? It was an amazing day, I think, from what I see. The reason why I say I think is because after I did my initial market opening analysis, I decided to take the day off and not trade today and spend time with my family. So I just got back home from a relaxing day. So I did not participate, but I did give you some good hints and signals of what to expect. For example, in the SPYs, I mentioned that we have this hourly order block, we have this imbalance that is left open. And the reason why I say it's left open is if I don't hit the halfway mark of an imbalance, I still consider it left open. Now, this imbalance here got mitigated. This imbalance got taken care of. So I can remove both of them. And so if you look at that, it's been quite an interesting day, right? It's been grinding up, not in a speedy way, but grinding up. But because we had the imbalance and the order block as a headwind, my preference would have been to see some kind of push up, pull back toward the VWAP area and continues our pushback. This would have been my preference if I was participating in this market today. And I probably would not have taken any position because it was slowly grinding up. I didn't have a strong feeling of, hey, I would have taken this market at this level. I'm not seeing that at all. But however, if you had taken a break of the 15-minute range, knowing that VWAP was a headwind and taking a chance there, but price just kept grinding up, there was actually no pain throughout the whole day. There was a short pullback that never came back to the entry area. So, and price just kept going up the whole day. So it was a beautiful day. Qs, I mentioned the headwind was around the 325, 326 area, somewhere in between there, because the low of last week was a headwind, but we had quite some good distance. So Qs was setting up beautifully. So entering at the break of the 15-minute range, knowing that you have at least $1.50 to $2 move that you can negotiate, beautiful. This was a beautiful entry, but I only say it was because I did not monitor the charts during the day today. IWM, an entry at the break of the 15 minutes at 218 area to the first headwind is the high of Wednesday 15-minute range, 218.70. That's not so interesting. And then right above that at 219.21 an order block. So if you say what I usually say, order blocks are completely taken care of. So if you want to take that chance, then the market gave you an opportunity, a pullback to VWAP, and then a re-entry then from somewhere the 319 area to the top of that order block to 2054, right? If you look at 219.30. So there was about a dollar move opportunity here, which turned out to be slightly more than that dollar move. It was about a $2 move. So that would have been a good entry, and it gave you that opportunity when it said, hey, I'm going to fake some people out and enter this order block, and I'm going to pretend I'm going to have a reversal from there. Because keep in mind, an order block is an area of value, a very significant area of value where the market can touch and reverse. Whether it's on the upside or the downside, it comes down, touch, and reverse. Now, in a broader market sense, which one is the strongest is the broader market decision. So our broader market, what I stated this morning is that this looking like it is starting to break structure. Pullback termination is a sign of a break of structure that says we're going to continue on the way up. So we started to see that we have some highs that are broken. We are starting to form higher lows and higher highs. then this gives me an indication that says an order block that sits on top is going to be a momentary trigger for a pullback and reverse. So if you have this context in mind, this order block does not scare you. This order block just says, hey, it's a headwind for a momentary pause or a momentary pullback. So you don't enter the downside, you don't enter a put position, you just wait for a pullback to give you a significantly low risk entry from the 219.24 somewhere around the 219.50 area, and the low of here to 1862 area as a potential stop loss area. That gives you a good risk reward for an entry. Amazing entry. That's how you should look at it. Now, if we are in a bear market, right, market is going down and we get an order block at the top, that's beautiful, right? Beautiful for a continuation of that bear market, because it's giving us a pullback, a break of structure of that rally, right? In a downturn, a rally at a break of area of value, you break that structure, you continue, you move down. But on an upward movement, even though we're just starting that reversal, pullback is just starting to terminate, order block is for me a sign of I might pause here, I might have a short pullback, and then continue that upward movement. So don't get too scared of order blocks when they are in the opposite direction of your overall market. That's just an area where the last pullback took place, the last downswing took place, and you take care of that, you move to the next one. So now my next target in IWM would be this imbalance that is left open. If we look quickly at the hourly chart, somebody could have entered here a swing position. Being a Friday, I don't like entering a new position on a Friday. I will keep a swing position open on a Friday if I see that there's a significant move already in my favor, and a short, a small gap down, gap up will not hurt me. I might keep it open, but I will not enter a new swing position on a Friday. Geopolitical reasons can trigger your market in any direction, so you don't want to be stuck in a new position without any potential profits already in play for us to risk that. But if you had entered a swing position at the break of this flag formation in the hourly, because we're making new higher highs meaning we're starting to break structure, more and more high swings from the past is being broken, then your target would be somewhere from the 220.30 area to this imbalance, the midway of this imbalance. A $3 move is your target. That's a long-term target. But in a swing trade, I don't stop at a 50 cents move. Even if I enter a delta 50 option, I'm not targeting a dollar move exit. My target one has to be a significant move up, because my stop loss is also not just $1 below my entry, right? So you have to have your risk one to make 2, 3, 4 in a swing position. So that's how you have to look at the swing position. And so that's why I mentioned the 1 hour chart here in the IWM. So it set up nice. It broke through all headwinds, and it looks like that TSO could be at play. Diamonds, the diamonds, I showed you, I had an alert set here at the low of the 15-minute range of Tuesday. It went there, tested it, reversed, and then as soon as price rejected to go any further than the mid-range of today's 15 minutes range, then that was a good entry to enter long. And because we've already tested it once, we've already manipulated any short entries that said, hey, this was a good short, I'm going to go short, they get wiped out. And anybody who went long at the break of that area was stopped out quickly, because you need to be patient. An area of value is an area of manipulation, especially support and resistance. So these highs, double tops here, an area for manipulation. So long breakout traders that rushed in, out, because it reversed. Touch and reverse trader out because it just momentarily gave them some euphoria, some happiness, and then immediately reversed to the upside. So an entry at the break of the 15-minute range the second time from the 342 area to about 344.67. Beautiful move there with no pain. Right? If you were patient and said, I'm going to wait for the manipulation, both long and short traders out, and the next time it decides to do that, once it gives you a pin or railroad tracks, and for me railroad tracks, they don't have to be equal. If the second bar in my direction is much greater in body size than the previous body, lengthwise about equal or greater, I take it. So in this instance, the two bodies were about equal, but the body was much greater in my favor. That's how I would have looked at this market. Again, today I decided to take a break and spend time with my family. I didn't participate in any day trading, but that's just how it goes, and that's how you have to look at the markets based on patience. When I give you a signal that says, hey, this is an area of caution, this is an area where there could be some manipulation, could be some reversal and headwind, we wait, pause, wait. How long did you have to wait? The first bar happened at 15 minutes after the open at the 6:45 bar, and then our real entry came an hour later, the 7:45 bar. These are both Pacific times. So that's why those being patient is really good. Same with the spies. Same with the spies, where headwind was these highs was a headwind. Once you wait for those highs to be touched, price reverses and goes through those highs again, you are golden. So it gave you a few opportunities. This was a beautiful area. There were some order blocks, took care of that order block. There was mitigation area. We went to that mitigation area. It was a beautiful setup overall. So the markets did do well. They ended the day on a high note. They ended the week down. Quite interesting how this week in SPYs, I hope I'm not wrong because my recollection says they closed the gap from Monday, but they did not end the week high. This was something that reminds me of last week on the Qs. This week in the Qs, Monday, we did not do as good. Same thing last week. Last week, Monday, we opened here and we closed here. So you see this gap, how we closed this gap. This is something similar this week in the SPYs. We opened here Monday, we have this gap. We closed the gap, but we did not close on a high note in the SPYs. But that's okay. But that tells you that we were in a pullback, the pullback from quite a few weeks ago, but we're starting to terminate from those pullbacks. In all markets, pullback, we're starting to terminate from those pullbacks. That's what we want to see. A pullback is actually a buying opportunity for anybody who is interested in buy and hold, anybody who's interested in swing trades. A pullback is very healthy. It just gives us a good risk reward entry points. Save, structure, area of value, entry. Those three come together. And in yesterday's video, I showed you structurally, we're still in an uptrend. We were just in a momentarily pullback scenario. When we break structure on the hourly, that's our signal that the pullback is over, and we are set up to go make new all-time highs. Yet to be seen. We don't trade what we think, we trade what we see. So today, this is what we have seen. Beautiful week. It's encouraging to have a pullback week where some of that pullback is recovered. It's very interesting to see that. So this is what I wanted to share with you at the end of this week. So everyone, I hope you made some green today. I hope you had a good day. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to leave me any notes in the comment section, because I would like to help you become a better trader, help you become a better chartist. That's my role. My role is to give you my knowledge, share my knowledge, so that you can become better for yourself, and maybe even become better than myself and teach me new things that I have not seen. So that's collectively, that's how we work together. So my goal is to educate as many people as possible to get that freedom to be able to trade without fear. No fear, no greed. And I've said this a few times. Greed burned my accounts. Fear kept my accounts from growing in the past. So right now I have eliminated both. I don't think of let me get rich overnight. I think of let me accumulate wealth over time. Slowly, 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 by building on that. Because I'm doing it slowly, I'm not taking huge risks. You can show me examples where people have taken huge risks and quadrupled their accounts overnight, but can they sustain that style of trading? I have yet to see somebody who can do that. Every successful trader and investor that I know of, they have been diligent and persistent at managing their risks. They minimize their risks to maximize their risks. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your Friday, your weekend. I will do educational longer videos over this weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care.